Starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hi everyone, Benji Schwimmer, Jack and Jillorama. Today was a very interesting start to the class, but we're here and that was awesome. For those of you that stuck with me, we talked about the three main sensations of how to lead and the differing energies that they can project. Now, we are not talking about hitching today because that would be our fourth. But what we are talking about is the idea of a natural walk from a leader or a follower's perspective. That means from heel to toe or toe to heel, we maintain the same amount of pressure and leverage for that entire beat before we soften things up. That doesn't mean we completely disengage, but there are levels to how much we can connect with one another. So we feel it for the full beat and then we soften it there afterwards. That would be a natural one in its sensation. After that though, we have bleed. And as a leader, if I continue to keep my leverage from count one to my count two, I am maintaining the same inertia from the beginning of my pattern. As a follower, I resist and continue to resist. That would be me bleeding through my count. It crosses over a specific count one. Most of us have been taught to lead and follow on count one, then release. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not the only way we communicate in the annals of swing. As a leader, it's important for me to think about those things. What does my follower need? What is the music telling me? If I want to decelerate, one of the best ways to do that is to bleed slow, bleed slow. Followers, if your leader is pulling you, bleed your momentum to soften that chaotic leading arm. Don't lighten up. Protect yourself. And then furthermore, one of the ones that was probably the most difficult to do naturally is the pulse. That's where we take an action in part of our body and then release it there afterwards and just maintain a little bit of connection. So learning how to pulse, release the body and continue. Or as a follower, pulse usually in the hip or the ribs, pulse, release the body, essentially. That does not mean we pitch forward because that is what a hitch is. We're not talking about hitches today, folks. That is the fourth action. We didn't get a chance to get there. But what I can suggest for everybody today is this. Start paying attention to your music, what your partner needs, and start artfully approaching count one. If I can see intention in count one, then I'm seeing people starting their swing mindful, artistic, and technical, which should make you kick some serious ass in your Jack and Jills. Thank you so much, guys. This was a lovely class. Enjoy this weekend. It's a